Hi all, welcome back to Europa Universalis, the ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This is my part 16, so hopefully some more gameplay again. The last part was quite a long part as well, and just try to sort everything out. As I left in the header, I didn't actually quite finish sorting everything out. I concluded that Denmark and Austria are still at war. However, I didn't really go through the peace resolution. Maybe I just didn't want to. I was frightened to look at that flowchart again, because before I hit record there, I started looking at it, and I'm still just not that sure where I'm going with it. Anyway, I didn't go through it. We know they are still at war, so I don't know if anything else is involved or not, but well, let's just go and look then. Not only are Denmark and Austria at war, but you've got to consider that Denmark and Hamburg are at war as well. So Denmark, being a bot, are at war with an NPR, and Denmark as a bot are at war with Austria as a bot. Okay, so, like I say, I did start looking here, so let's just see if we can, although I'm going to stumble along here, but because I know right away this is where I want to be looking, and I feel this is true, but not quite true. Anyway, so we start there. Is it an automatic white peace? No, we're occupying things, and we're still it's automatic peace. Well, what does it require again, or do we really need to look for that? Automatic white peace. Hang on, yeah, I know what that is in the rules. Hang on, I didn't exactly know where it was, but I knew what to look for, and it was in this table here. So I think this tells us. So automatic white peace. It says neither side in the war occupy any of the enemy's provinces. Well, that's not true, because Denmark occupies Hamburg's province. Including provinces of any of their enemy's vassal or active allies. This is relevant as well, because it tells us, when you look at the HRE bit, that Hamburg, I believe, is classified as an active ally. Even though it was Hamburg that sent the call to arms to the Emperor, so it's as if the Emperor's the ally. I think Hamburg counts as an active ally. Anyway, that's definitely not an automatic white peace, because we are occupying an enemy province. And just looking at this is the bit regarding the HRE. So it's defending the HRE, but it's this bit here, peace resolution. And this is the bit that Martin linked to me. While the defending the HRE slot is tagged, which actually, you know what? I removed that as well, so I'll need to put that back. Because that's still, where does it go again? Right, there. So that's still in there. Because I would have removed that thinking we were at peace, but we weren't. While that is tagged, eternal aggressors may never resolve peace separately with any NPR imperial subjects unless they have achieved total or partial victory over the Emperor per victory conditions. So for us to, we can't just resolve peace with the NPR or deal with the NPR itself. We need to deal with the Emperor, or resolve peace with the Emperor, and specifically, I think, rather than, we can't just do it with this NPR. And it carries on here, and this is where it talks about being an active ally. It says, instead, they must resolve peace with the Emperor, just what I've said there, treating any NPR imperial subjects at war with enemies of the Emperor. So, and that is what Hamburg's situation is, and it's at war with Denmark, as active allies of the Emperor. So I think Hamburg is an active ally of the Emperor. Treating any NPR imperial subjects at war with enemies of the Emperor as active allies of the Emperor. Yes, okay, so that's what we've got to remember. That might be something within the flowchart or within the peace side of it that we need to look for. Yeah, I don't think I need to read the rest of that bit. That's regarding war. If a war against an eternal aggressor is won by the Emperor. Yeah, I don't think we need that bit. Right, let's go back to the flowchart. Right, so automatic white piece, no. Now, and I get this from reading a bit more, Martin's comments, and also the videos of Bridger, where he was in the position where he was going to class this as a total victory. I wonder if I went back and watched his video at that bit. Because it says, has achieved a total victory against the NPR enemy. And then it's got a wee note 1 there, right? And remember, sorry, we're dealing with the bot peace resolution for Denmark here, okay? Yeah, we're doing Denmark first. Does it matter? I don't think it matters what order you do them in. Would it have been Austria first as we do it in turn order? I don't think it matters. Let's do Denmark, and it's Denmark we're doing first. So the number 1 down there, it says bot. Let me get that bit clear there. That's fine. Maybe just because of the book now. Bot must occupy the non-player realm's capital and provinces of tax value greater than or equal to half of non-player realm strength. Okay, so my belief is that is the case, because the bot occupies Hamburg's capital, but Hamburg is the capital. It's a realm of only one province, and it's the capital itself. So it must occupy the capital and provinces. Well, there's no other provinces for that NPR realm, right? Of tax value greater than or equal to half of the NPR strength. So it means we occupy the tax value of 1, which is greater than or equal to half of 1. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, so that is a yes, right? Let's just look at total victory though. I'm back at that bit. I should have known what page that was. It's so far away. There, right. Let's come back and oops, sorry, should have had a wee pause there, but we're here now. Total victory. So it says a player realm occupies all of a single enemy's de jure provinces, and this enemy has no deployed land units remaining. Well, that does apply. It occupies all of his provinces, and there's no enemy. There's no enemy. There's no land units there. When resolving total victories, When resolving total victories, any active allies of a player realm enemy. Any active allies of a player realm enemy are treated separately from that player realm. Yeah, I think that's saying that Denmark, being a player realm, are at war, have an enemy of Austria, vice versa. And Hamburg's an active ally of Austria, so therefore obviously being an enemy of Denmark too. So they're treated separately from that player realm. So treated separately from Austria. I thought that was going to start telling me about that. It seems like the first bit applies. So if it looks like a total victory, it's what I'm trying to get around to here. Don't know if that bottom bit has got maybe something to do with it there. I don't want to spend all night going through this, because it's probably going to take me a bit of time to get the next round set up. I've got cards to draw and options to make my mind up about. So I don't know. I feel like we have achieved the total victory, but we're being told because of this HRE thing that we've not. And I think we've got to say that the answer is no here, because if we say yes, which I wanted to and sort of wanted to go up there, then this is where we start annexing the area. And yeah, annex all of the enemy's de jure provinces that are controlled by enemy or bought. Place town. Well, then again, we've already placed the town. Unoccupied vassals are released as the NPRs. Score prestige equals tax value of annexed provinces. Remove any other tokens from all annexed provinces. Yeah, I don't think we can go there. Yeah, I'd be curious to find that bit of Bridger's video just to make me feel a little bit more comfortable about where he went with that, because it's exactly the same situation. Don't think it was Hamburg, but it was the same situation. Okay, yes, I did manage to find that. It wasn't too difficult actually. I seem to remember where it was. So yeah, he has the similar situation to us, where he's taken over, it's Denmark taking over Pomerania, which is these. I think it's these two. No, is it them? Yeah, it's in Pomerania. I think it's these two. Sorry, I'm not even showing you that. These two here, and he's the same as us. He's got unrest. They're occupied. And at first he talks about having total victory, but because of the HRE situation, they can't just peace out amongst them, because Austria are still, like, you know, they're still at war with them. They're still not happy. So he does. This doesn't apply, and this, like he says, technically it applies, but because it's in the HRE, it's not going to work. So then he moves on. So that's good. So I've got that video paused just in case I get lost any further. I mean, not to say that he's getting 100% right or not, but he does have a lot of quite a few folk watching, and comments are made and whatever. So we'll go with what we think first though, and then I'll maybe check the rest of the video there. So at war with a human player, no. This is Denmark, right? At war with a human player, no. At war with another bot, well, yes. Now that, you see, that comes before at war with an NPR, because if that was a no, this would be a yes, because he's at war with another bot, but he's also at war with an NPR. But this comes first. So at war with another bot, yes. Like army wise, yeah, I think that army is in the status, and because they had a big battle with each other. So, however, see, when it says army here, does it mean, I took this to mean army, and again, it was another video, it might have been Bridger's again, where it wasn't this flowchart, but yeah, it must have been the military action flowchart here, where I first looked at this, and because it's got this little 2 here, after army size greater than or equal to 2 times target strength, and we look at the 2 down here, it highlights this in bold, strength. So my take on that wasn't the first part that says, no, I've lost it now, army size. I don't think that's anything to do with that, but target strength is where this applies. So target strength, was it an NPR or was it a player realm? I don't think that's to do with the army size, because what he chose to do in this situation, I don't know if he changed his mind on this one or not, because I almost got caught with this as well, because it says number of deployed units plus available. So when you look at this again, you can think to yourself that this army size means number of deployed units plus available. Well, I don't think it does. I think this actually means the army size you've got at the moment. Because, in fact, does that not take you somewhere that you can then add more units? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Maybe it does readdress that then. It's a target strength bit that's a reference to number 2. And that tells you how to decide what a target strength is. If it's an NPR, it says you see main rules, page 36. And for it's basically just their tax income, isn't it? If they've got 3% provinces, their target strength is going to be 3. However, if it's a player realm that you're targeting, their strength is actually deployed units plus available. But that army size, to me, to start with, is just what you've got in your army. But please tell me if I'm getting that wrong. Well, I'm going to shortly go and watch a wee bit more of his video where I've paused it, because he's going to go this way as well, because he is at war with another bot. So, army greater than enemy bot's army. Right. And both of these, to me, are army. That means what's in this box and what's in this box. Not adding these up as well. Again, if I have that wrong, please let me know. So, the army of Denmark is 1, and it actually is greater than the enemy bot's army because he's got nothing. So, that could be a yes. Let me just run on that video a little bit more. Right, so unfortunately then he gets a no result to this one, whereas I'm getting a yes. However, he does actually look at the army size. He doesn't include these. So I might be calling him out wrong for that, doing that one previously. I might be wrong with that. He might have realised at the time. So ours is a yes. Okay. So then we're looking at the tax value of enemies. Now see here, I mean, if we're at war with another bot and go down this must mean the... Oh, no, it doesn't grant, because... Or maybe it does. Ugh. Tax value of enemies de jure provinces occupied by the bot. Well, the bot doesn't occupy any of Austria's. You know what? I'm going to see what he concludes with this one too, though, because he takes the turn in. He takes a no to that answer and comes down to here, and it's very much similar to the same question, isn't it? It's tax value of enemies de jure provinces occupied by bot greater than or equal to tax value of own towns occupied by enemy. Whereas that one's just greater than, that one's greater than or equal to. It's exactly the same question, apart from that, like, isn't it? Because I think you've got to consider it being the bot, though. If it comes from here, at war with another bot, then surely this means tax value of enemies de jure provinces. Sorry, tax value of Austria's de jure provinces occupied by the bot is 0. Is that greater than the tax value of own towns occupied by Austria? Well, that's 0 as well. So 0 is not greater than 0. So that's going to be a no. Yeah. I think. Right, well, yeah, he's not helped me there then, because things kind of go a bit differently there. At first he says, he's down there and he says that Denmark don't occupy anything and Austria don't occupy anything. Then he changes his mind and says that they do occupy 2, because they're talking the Pomeranian ones up the top. But to me, that would then make this a yes if he's counting that, but he concludes it to be a no and goes here. So, see, I don't know if we're still, when it says enemy here, because we came from here, does it mean just the bot, or does it mean any of Denmark's enemies? I had a feeling I was going to get stuck again. Because this could be that tax value of Hamburg's provinces occupied by the bot is 1. And tax value of Denmark's towns, or is that provinces? Maybe, no, I mean it's tax value of Denmark's occupied by enemy is 0. Because neither Austria or Hamburg occupy any Denmarks, but Denmark do occupy, but they don't occupy any Austrians. And because we've came from bought here, I'm not sure if... Okay, let's see. Let's go... Well, what do you think? You can't really just guess this. These have got to be decided, Grant. What? Right, okay, let's look at the yes to this and see where it takes us. So we've got... Denmark has 1 province occupied. Hamburg and Austria, for that matter, have none of Denmark's occupied. So that would be 1 is greater than 0. So yes. So it takes us to here. Anyone occupies enemy's capital. See, again, I feel like this is talking about Denmark and Austria's capital, doesn't it? Well, let's go here and see if it makes no sense, and then we'll probably... If we see... Because we all occupy Hamburg's capital. So, anyone occupies enemy's capital? Yes. Any bot returning capital to enemy gains 2 prestige and 4 power. Any bot returning capital to enemy gains. Any bot receiving capital back loses 2 human players pay / receive 10 ducats as normal. I don't know. I get the feeling that this is talking about Austria and nothing to do with Hamburg. Let's just... Well, what here, Grant? If we weren't... Oh, man. I had a feeling I was going to start with this. As I said, because I missed this, I just... Right, I need to understand that, right? If we were at war with an NPR and we weren't at war with a bot, that was a yes. Army greater than... that's rebels, isn't it? They're not rebels. You know what I could do with here? Nah, I said I would print that out, didn't I? Somebody's got to have come out with a bit with iconography. That's not manpower. Manpower's got the star. That's rebel units. Yeah. I'm not going to keep stretching over to that though. I mean, it's in the book here, but I need to flick through all the pages because it's in the main rule book. I don't want to... That's the problem with having it all in the one book now. Army greater than rebels in bots areas. And then we've just come from an NPR, and then it's talking about bots. Meh, I don't know. Well, there's no rebels, so that would end up taking us to there again. So then we could come from both the bot bit or the NPR bit and end up here. I feel like this is a no, but if it's a no, has 2 plus unrest in areas without claim. Yes. And then it goes bot offers white peace. Ooh. Well, hang on. Has 2 plus unrest in areas without... We ended up with quite a bit of unrest because of the carry on with the... It was at the end, wasn't it? Was it the Rebel Dice or... No, we should have had more. We should have had more unrest anyway. I made a blunder, didn't I? Or something happened. Because I mean, Denmark they've got 2 unrest, and in fact, this is unrest as well, but it's got a rebel town on it. Has 2 plus unrest in areas without claim. Well, I mean, yeah, it technically does. It's got an unrest in here and an unrest in here, and these are both in that area. This one's got a claim in this area with the one unrest, so that technically does say yes. And then it says bot offers white peace. So bot offers white peace. If we did go there, white peace accepted by enemy, number 3 there. Says NPRs always accept. Enemy bots accept if they cannot enforce peace and have 2+ unrest in areas where they do not have a claim, which is what this was. My. No, I don't know where I'm going here. I don't know where I'm going. I had a feeling this was still going to catch me out. This whole peace resolution, I'm a little surprised. I mean, I get the feeling that it's maybe easier to deal with in the actual multiplayer game, resolving peace. I mean, they've got a flowchart as well, don't get me wrong, but I could be wrong. It could be just as tricky. I think we need... I said we need some help with this. I mean, I don't think there's any videos out there that I can look at that are going to go through this, and in particular the bot side of this, that's so needed. Maybe not just a video on the bot side of peace resolution, just... I'm going to go... Maybe Roberto did have some stuff. I really don't think he did, though. I'm not so sure I've seen any flowcharts getting looked at. I don't think we can end up at peace, that's the thing. So, see, when it says bot will not offer here, bot offers white peace accepted by enemy, and then I don't know which bot we're talking about now. I'm getting confused. It's Denmark that we're trying to resolve. I'm going to go back and watch a little bit more this footage of Bridger, because I'm pretty sure he runs through this as Denmark, and then he runs through it as Austria as well. Just to see if I can make head nor tail of it. Okay. He backtracks to here again because he realises he's got the answer wrong when he answers this as a no and goes to bot offers white peace, and then gets a bit confused here. Then comes back to this and says, oh, that should be a yes. So my take on that is he is definitely saying that because he's got 2 provinces that are occupied by him, Denmark, and that is greater than anything that's occupied by... There's nothing occupying Denmark stuff. So 2 is greater than or equal to nothing. Well, in actual fact, even if that was nothing is equal to nothing would work, wouldn't it? But I'm pretty sure he's counting the 2, which means that I should be up here counting 1 against 0, and I should be getting a yes to this. Anyway, he concludes that's a yes, and it becomes nice and easier now for him, because it then comes down to here. Bot offers peace on keep current board state terms, and then it says peace terms accepted by enemy. It's number 4, and probably need to zoom in to look at that one. Number 4 says enemy bots only accept these terms if both bot armies are of equal size, which is a kind of weird one, but there must be a reason for that. Well, Denmark's army's 1 and Austria's army 0, so that's a no. And tax value on provinces occupied by either side is equal, and that's a no as well. So that becomes a no. No peace concluded, and then any remaining wars, and then end bot peace resolution. Then he goes back to do the Austrian one, which I've not looked at yet. Going by that, that would take us from there to there. Anyone occupies enemy's capital. I think it's meaning the bot's capital. If we say no and come down here, enemy occupies any of bot's towns, no. End war and keep current board state. Score P, tax value of... See, this is ending the war. This can't be right. I don't know. Right. Yeah. I'm still kind of struggling away with this. I went onto the Discord channel there and look about. Somebody had asked a very similar sort of question, but it got briefly kind of answered. And I tried to add some another question or try and get more information on this. I just really feel this peace side of things should get some attention. I feel like going asking, I mean, maybe there's somebody or some thread out there that explains it better or something. Maybe I should go and ask that question at BGG. I asked the last time and at least Roberto linked me to somewhere that did help, you know. I can't believe that there's other people not having issues with this. And, okay, it's possible that the multiplayer side of peace resolution is easier, but I don't know, the flowchart looks as daunting, to be honest. But however, I've just had some replies from Martin, and I won't go into every one of them, just because this video is already 32 minutes long, and I did want to try and get going with the next round. I feel like I'm not really getting to do anything here, and it's starting to drag me down again a little bit. One of his comments was that the rebellion that we carried out up here, and I left the question in there and said that it was decided to be taken alphabetically between the unrest between these three, and I chose to override that one because this is a core province. This is not a core province, and Hamburg is not a core province. Alphabetically, Hamburg would be the first one to choose, and that's all it kind of gives you in the rules. And he tends to agree that he would have actually went with Hamburg, and what's going to happen there is going to be liberated, isn't it? Yeah, liberation. Yeah. So, but he believes that that's what should happen. His point is that when we roll as a human player, when we roll for Rebel Dice, we roll per area, and they don't. They just roll all at once. So we can roll a dice in an area, and then if they were to roll the dice and it was in that area, then they'd be stuck with it. They'd have no choice. So he believes that it should be just worked out alphabetically. So I'm going to go with that. This could completely change things though, because, well, so hang on, we are carrying out the rebellion, which is down here. Yeah, if you assign it to a core province, you must place a rebel town on top of your town/vassal. That's what I felt like the bot wanted to do, but there isn't anything that tells you to do that. It just gives you the option of the tax value and then the alphabetical bit. So he agreed with me when I was picking previously. He says, yeah, I would just pick between the small towns, not the large towns because they've got more tax value, and you pick between the small ones and then alphabetically. However, the other way when it benefits, I suppose you would pick the big town, wouldn't you? Anyway, yeah, we'll come around to that when it comes. So, yeah, and it says nothing about the fact that you should pick a core province, rather than a non-core. So it says if the chosen province is one that you occupy or is not one of your core provinces. Well, remember, this is one that Denmark occupy. The province is liberated as described in section 14.3, which is just right here. So we're going to do this. And this could end up... I thought about redoing the whole video there again, because I thought, well, this could end up being something totally different regarding the peace resolution, because it doesn't look like Hamburg's going to be an issue anymore. However, I wanted to leave that stuff in there because I need help with that, and hopefully again Martin can maybe make some comments on where it is I'm getting that wrong or I'm not quite understanding it. I don't know. The flowcharts should be good, but I've experienced struggles with them in the past. But early on in this playthrough, it was okay. But I'm just finding this peace resolution one, there's just a bit more to it, like. And it's really throwing me a bit. So anyway, liberation then. So a province which is assigned a rebellion result on a rebel die roll or siege by is immediately liberated if it is occupied by an enemy of its lawful owner, in which case the occupier's town simply return to the player mat, remove the corresponding cube from the lawful owner player mat. If A is true, do not consider B or C. If A is true, do not consider B or C. I don't know. I don't know why there is a cube there now, because I put that there because why would there be a cube there? A promise is assigned a rebellion result. Occupied by an enemy of its lawful owner, in which case the occupiers simply return to the mat and then remove the corresponding cube from the lawful owner's player mat. Yeah, okay. So, well, there's not going to be a cube, but then that's because it's an NPR and they wouldn't have done that. But I think that's what that's meaning. Yeah, okay. Right, so I think that's what we do. So does that mean this rebel town does not get placed in? Yeah, I'm assuming so. So this comes off, and well, hang on. Let's first of all remove this cube, because that was to signify that this was a rebel town. So I'll take that cube away, but it's just going to be the same. Well, it's not quite the same result, but a slightly different result, because what's going to happen is this is going to go away, and this is going to go back to the town. It's going to go back to here, doing the same, well, covering up the same bit, but it does mean that they've now got to get the town out rather than take care of the rebel town that was there. I'm assuming this just doesn't do anything then. And, well, this should go away, but here we are, here again. Now we've got a... Well, I don't suppose a claim goes away. There's nothing to say that should go away. But surely there can't be a war there anymore. Right, well, we'll take the occupied marker away, because that's definitely not happening. So all this would have happened back in the rebel dice phase, wasn't it? During phase 3, step 1, players must roll rebel dice. Yeah, you're rolling for unrest, and there was that rebellion. Okay, let's go with that then, and let's now try and look at the peace resolution again for Denmark. So does that change anything? I mean, Well, it kind of should, shouldn't it? Because now there could be an automatic white piece then, couldn't there? I can't remember exactly what that was again. Bear with me, sorry. I should pause, but I think I went too far now. It's here. Here it is here. Automatic white piece. Neither side in the war, right, remember we're checking at the moment for Denmark, who is flagged as being at war with Austria. So neither side in the war occupy any of their enemies' provinces. Well, that's true now. Including provinces of any of their enemies' vassals or active allies. And there's that active allies, but again, that was... I mean, although Denmark wasn't occupying any Austrian provinces, it was occupying an active allies province. So that does actually apply now then, which I'm kind of happy about, because I think we could get through this easier. Because let me just... The guy asked the question on the Discord there, about what happened to Denmark. Denmark bought, Austria bought, and Hamburg. It was exactly the same situation as I had. And he says it's not a total victory. And then the answer back was that it was a partial victory. So it wasn't a total victory, it was a partial victory. And that was because of the whole HRE Austria thing. But it did seem to suggest that it was still able to annex it. And then the designer actually came in and added a comment saying that this would only be if the army was greater, if Denmark's army was greater than the Austrian army. And this one here, it felt like it was in this one here. There was not an explanation of the flowchart, and I was like, yeah, Denmark's army right now for us is greater than Austrian's army. So how? But it still felt like they were actually annexing Hamburg. But the war wasn't ending. So I was confused, and I don't know, I just started typing a few things out, and I don't know whether it made sense or not. Right, let's do what we've got now then, it's maybe better now. So on my white piece, yes, end war. Yeah, I think it does. I think it ends the war. So player realms, including bots, lose one each. So we are going to lose that back again. So Austria, and hang on. This is Denmark. Player realms, including bots, lose one each. Well, I don't suppose it's going to matter if we're going to do this now. Because surely Austria is going to look through this and it's going to be exactly the same. So Austria lose a point, and so do Denmark. Okay, and then it takes us way down here to here. So if enemy still exists, flip war tokens to their truce side. If enemy still exists, flip war tokens. Player realms on both sides may add claims where they have lost towns. Bot adds maximum of one claim. I don't think any of that applies, but if the enemy still exists, I'm not quite sure what that means. I mean, their army exists. It's there. What is it? If the enemy still exists, flip war tokens to their true side. I mean, I feel right now I want to be flipping these over now to truce. We've tried this already. This is, yeah. It's hard work. And, I mean, surely this has to go away. I'll just leave it at the side for now. But I don't feel like that needs to go away. And which means that Denmark could go and do this again. I don't feel like there's any... Well, hang on. Hang on though. Is that not the next step here? So that was, if enemy still exists, flip war tokens to their true side. I don't know. If enemy still exists. Remember, this is Denmark you're looking at. I don't know. I mean, we did have war markers on them, and we can flip them to the truth side. So, anyways, that's not where the claim. See, it says remove bot's claim from areas where bot now owns all. No. Well, it doesn't. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. So that claim is going to sit there, I think. Then we're up to here. Any remaining wars to resolve during the step of peace resolution. Well, yeah, I guess we go back to the start and then check Austria. I mean, we weren't involved in any wars. But Austria surely just cycles through the same sort of thing. Automatic white peace, yes. End wars, lose a prestige, but we've done it already. I mean, sure, you don't go that and then do it twice. That sounds kind of silly. And then down here, if enemy still exists, well, we'll flip the war side to their true side. That doesn't apply. Any remaining wars? No. End peace, bot peace resolution. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that anyway. That's 46 minutes. I want to start getting the new round started up. However, just one last thing to weave in here, that if anybody, and I dare say at the moment, it's only comments I'm getting from Martin, but so I dare say it's probably you I'm firing this at, Martin, is if that whole bot resolution part that I tried to go bot peace resolution that I tried to go through, if Hamburg was still there, if you're comfortable enough about having a bash at where that should have led, I know it's maybe a little bit too much to sort of ask to try and work it out and how you would type it all out to answer it to me. Right enough, fair enough, but if you do have some idea of maybe where it should have led, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a burden on me in the future, the bot peace resolution for sure. Okay, so we've ended the round. Where are we? We've finished everything, aren't we? And we've got to just go back to the beginning. Yeah, clean up phase, discard down to hand size of 5 cards, end of age routine is not end of age, so we go back to the beginning. So this is like the second round of 4 rounds in the first stage. Yeah, there's a lot to go, folks. Folks, it's probably just me and you, Martin. Anyway, he did say he was finding it helpful, but that might have just been encouraged me to keep going. Although, yeah, anyway. Okay, so draw cards phase, right? Well, let's just now hang on. We've got a play rate for this crap. Yeah, forgetting about play rate. So let's just look at that. Now I didn't print out the latest version of the play rate or the scenario books. I had a glance and there's not an awful lot. Again, I probably should. I mean, I think it would only take 1 page. It would only be 1 page of stuff that the changes that have been made, that the stuff that I've not printed out regarding the scenario books. Might be 2 pages. The scenario books and also the player aids. And also I think there was maybe something on the map that might have been a rad or something. So I will try and get that. Anyway, so review events, 3 face up. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Now, can I get to the right page where it tells me about that? Just to be sure. Yeah. So there's events. They're all waiting to go, Grant. Draw events according to the chosen scenario. Yeah, so and then flip the first 3 of these cards face up. Well, I'm just going to draw the first 3 and then leave the last one face down. So 1, Plague, Revolts, Heretics, and we'll leave this one face down. There we go. Now none of them are any of the realm specific ones. Just noticing this one, and it tells you, it advises you, although these are not blue regarding the French situation, it tells you that ignore the colours and just activate that as being French. I'm not quite sure it does it. I'm remembering Bridger doing it a few times. It's going to be kind of annoying, because if that's going to expand France somehow, I might mean I need to put the tokens back on, which is a bit of a bummer. Anyway, that's that bit. Draw action cards. Go in a turn order. Each player then draws 3 action cards in any combination from any 3 action card decks. Players may draw cards one by one and should keep these cards secret from their opponents. Well, yeah, we're playing. So we've got 1 card in our hand still, which is a subjugate. And we really kind of want a royal marriage, don't we? So, I mean, maybe we should be encouraged to take them from the diplomacy. We can draw them one at a time, it says. And we're only getting these 3 cards this time. And then we've got to decide we need to pay 2 ducats each for each card we keep. Now, we're pretty wealthy. 20-something, 24 maybe, ducats, which seems pretty good. So let's draw the first one from diplomacy. And now, remember, there's another subjugate in there, but there's no royal marriage in there. We've not seen one yet. So let's draw the first one from diplomacy. Right, new alliance. That's quite a good one, isn't it? Although it's expensive, that lets us kind of pinch an alliance, I think. Although it's also got Thomas there, who would give us a boost to our, because we're only getting 1 now. Also things to look at, actually, yeah, I'll just lay that down just now. Let's just have a little glance at the symbols. We've got a plus and a circle. Now, we don't know what the other card is, and which is kind of clever that they do it that way, not just for that, but also it could be an event that you might want, and you take that and you think, oh, I missed. So a plus and a circle, just looking along at my leaders, my advisors and my leader. My leader's a square. I've got 3 squares and a circle. So our circle is going to be our military advisor. So he's a +1, so it's not a biggie, and we've got quite a lot of military power actually. It's kind of administrative that we need, to be honest. So the circle, yeah, and well, looking at this guy, you can see that if we did appoint him as an advisor, which would boost us by +1, then that is a circle. Although we might be able to not appoint him until this event's away, we might be able to do that. So that's 1 card drawn. And remember, I don't even need to keep that. So I think we're going to draw another one from diplomacy. So here we go. Not finding the royal marriage either. I watched Bridger going, like I say, I've watched up to part 4, I think, but he was struggling to find the royal marriage as well. Target an opponent adjacent to your realm, research 1. Yeah, we had this one before, didn't we? He's a +1 though, we've already got a +1 for that. Don't think I'm going to keep that card. So do we draw the third one off of there as well then? I think this time we might consider having a war against somebody as well. I know we only jumped up 1 manpower, but so I don't know if that tempts me to think maybe I should draw a military. I still think we should go for the royal marriage. Yeah, so let's draw 1 more then. Oh, come on. Another new alliance. Right, so they're the 3 cards that we drew. Right, so there you go. So we can spend 2 ducats each. Yeah. The other thing is, if we wanted to do the change national focus, you need to discard at least 2 cards to be able to go and dig, like, let's just say the first diplomacy card discard, it's a royal marriage, and if we don't keep any, or maybe we just keep one of these new alliances and get rid of these two, then we've got this and a subjugate card in our hand. So kind of probably benefits us from keeping at least two of these and maybe even three of them. It's not that I really want them, but I might need to go digging for that card. Or even just to discard all three of these, possibly, to draw two new cards. Could be from diplomacy again. Again, looking for the... So, it would cost us 6 ducats. Thing is, the other advisor we got is a circle as well. So, we can't even... Well, the thing is, appointing these as advisors, like we've mentioned before, we don't need to do that until the end. They're not going to benefit us until the beginning of the next round. In fact, no, sorry, it's the end of the round. We've already gathered our power for this round, so they're not going to help until the very end of the round. So hopefully that event's away with the circle, and maybe we could appoint one of these two. So are you going to keep them all then, Grant? I think because we've got the money, I think I should. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, better use a 5. 5 and a 1. So it still leaves us with a 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 or 16, I think. And I'm not, you can see I'm not doing it really because I want the cards, but because it's the only other way getting cards is by cycling either 2 or 3 of them away. Now, I might just do 2. I might just do that. Cycle the 2 away. If the royal marriage pops up, do that, grab the royal marriage. Or I might just cycle them both away to draw another card. And maybe if we do get involved in military stuff, then I might consider another... maybe go for a military card, maybe, Okay, so... Well, that's that. Wasn't great, but anyway. Right, so next part is the pick replace missions. Oh, during this step, any player has fewer than 2 missions in hand may pick new missions, maximum 2 in hand. All players may also replace any of the currently held missions. Right, but we've got to get some new missions here. Now, I haven't done this yet, and maybe I should have done it at the time that we completed this, and I'll need to put this mission out the way somewhere. I've not really got a good place to... Yeah, I'm going to have to put it away over there. So it was this one, wasn't it? We completed. We've not done this one yet. This one is... Well, I think we need the royal marriage for that. But we did do this, and we gained demand power. So we should we're getting access to 2E and 2I. So, where are these, Grant? Right, hang on. Well, I know we get this one available. So, these were the ones that we started with, but we've completed one. So, this was the other one that was the starting one. Where are the other? Oh, is that them there? No, it's not. Is it? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Yeah, missions, yeah. That's them here. So there's a big stack of them here. But we've got to just select... So we completed 2E and 2I. So 2C, 2E, and then 2H, 2I. So these are the 2 new ones that are going to become available to us. And then I can put this one away now. Do you think I could just pile it back in beside these? Yeah, I suppose I could. Because I'm only going to, these are going to... That's what they come from. And that's what they then upgrade into, So if I complete that, I go that way. We don't go back the way. You can see that's come from 1E. And that one's come from 1E. And that's what that was. That was 1E. So I can pile that back in. That's fine. So these are all now going to be available missions to us, but we can only select 2 out of this. So we don't need to keep... This doesn't need to be one of them that we keep, so we've got a choice to pick in between all 4 of these. So Does it have any factor on milestones or ideas or anything like that? No, I probably need to look at the ideas and milestones though, because it can be. I don't think I'm in that spot yet, but it can be easy to miss some of them, and then you think, oh, I've done that already, and then you claim it, and then you don't know, maybe the bot's claimed it before you, and did you get it before the bot, and whatever. I don't think we're there yet, but anyway. So let's look at these new two first though. Right, that's you into an hour, Grant, so let's not try and be the current emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. No, I don't think so. State religion is counter-reformed or Protestant. There are 4+ elector areas that have the same religion as you. Maximum 3 towns in elector areas are owned by opponents of a different state religion. State religions counter-reformed or Protestant. There are 4+ elector areas that have the same religion as you. I can't see that one being anything either, really. I think I might be looking at these starter ones, really. Well, this one I'd like to keep because again, yeah, we're gonna play with that one. Well, what is this? Have a royal manager and an alliance. Yeah. Well, they two go together, aren't that? That's obviously why they're all starters like that. Them to try and make it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's not becoming easy. So I think we're going to go for both of these because these should both kind of coincide with each other. So yeah, we're going to go for both of them. I'm going to leave these other two for. They kind of look like the. In fact, I didn't think you could change your religion until the next age. But state religion is counter-reformed or Protestant. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, I'll put them away up in the top right hand corner there where I left them before, and we're going to stick with these two. These are 2 missions. Right, good stuff. Royal marriage, and we should be pretty good about all them. Right, I'm not going to look at the ideas or the milestones just to get this bit finished. And it doesn't look like there's going to be actual not any gameplay. I want to come back. I'm hoping to get a bit more of the night, but now it's moving on through the night. I'm not sure I'm going to. I haven't had anything to eat yet either, but. So where are we at? Is that us on to the action phase? I think it is. Draw action cards, pay to keep action card, pick replace missions. It is. We are on the action phase now. Right, but yeah, apologies. I'm going to cut the video. I might just keep this and, well, I'd like to upload it. I think I'm going to just chuck it out there again. Martin seems keen. He might not be that keen after I keep releasing these videos like that quick, and it's like, oh no, not another one. Well, I could do it. I could do the help. I could do pointers on it. And, I don't want to put you in a spot, Martin. Obviously, you know, there's other things in life. Don't worry about it. Okay, right. I'll cut this and copy it across actually first, so I get it actually uploading, and then I'll be back shortly. Okay, cheers.